Yo, what is going on, everybody? I'm back for another video. And basically, today, I know I haven't posted in a while. It's been like 2 to 3 weeks. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try to post more this summer. Summer has begun for me now. I got out of school like a couple weeks ago, but y'all don't care about that. But yeah, I'm trying to get these record predictions out. Every year when I do a record prediction video, it does really good. It's like it gets the most views out of anything I post the whole year. So I'm happy that it's this time of year, and we go. I kind of go by the same like order every year. As you saw last video, I did the NFC West predictions video. Now I'm gonna be doing the NFC North. So we go East, West, and now it's gonna be the North, which consists of the Green Bay Packers, the Minnesota Vikings, the Detroit Lions, and the Chicago Bears. And before we start this video, I just want to address something real quick. Every single time I make one of these videos, some salty fan always comes in the comments down below and says their team should have made the playoffs. Listen, guys, I can't have every single team make the playoffs. Some team is going to have to miss the playoffs. Every team can't make the playoffs, especially in the last video when I had the Arizona Cardinals missing the playoffs. Listen, that division is stacked, but every team in that division can't make the playoffs. I'm sorry. Okay. In the NFC East video, there were Giants fans mad at me for not picking them to do good when they never do good. So that's not my fault that they never do good. Just because they got a couple good players doesn't mean they're gonna do good. I just wanted to get that out the way. Um, if y'all are salty, but I can't have every team making the playoffs. With that being said, let's get into this NFC North prediction video. So, in last place in the division, I have the Chicago Bears at a record of 2-15. Now, hear me out. I think this team is absolutely horrible. I know I'm going to get flamed in the comments by Bears fans because I think they have a pretty loyal fan base, but I don't think the Bears are a really good team at all. They lost Allen Robinson, and their only good weapon is Darnell Mooney. Cole Kmet is a very average to below average tight end. He's nothing too special to me. Their offensive line is absolutely terrible. Their defense got way worse this offseason with the loss of Khalil Mack. They added Kyler Gordon on as they drafted Kyler Gordon, and they drafted a 25-year-old receiver in the draft. I don't know what the heck the Bears are doing. Justin Fields is going to get killed out there. So I really feel bad for Justin Fields. They have a pretty tough schedule. They're in a tough division, really. The division has gotten way better, except them. The Bears are one of the worst teams. I think they're going to have the #1 overall pick next year, which is good, but it's kind of not good for Fields because it might end up like another Josh Rosen situation. If you think about it, this is the exact same situation as Josh Rosen. We might see the exact same. A team trades up to get their star quarterback, who they think is a franchise quarterback, but hopefully he doesn't end up like Rosen, and get shipped on in his first 2 years. And yeah, but the Bears, they're going to be terrible. 2-15 is a very reasonable record for the Chicago Bears. All right, next, in third place in the division, I have the Detroit Lions at a record of 6-11. Now, listen, I definitely think the Lions are going to be a better team than they were last year. They had an amazing draft, adding Aiden Hutchinson and Jameson Williams, a speedster. That dude is so fast. He's definitely my favorite receiver in this class. I don't think he was the best receiver, but he was definitely up there for one of the best receivers in that class. Jameson Williams is a beast. They had a really good draft. They added DJ Chark, and when he comes back from injury, I think he's gonna be a monster. Jared Goff isn't a horrible quarterback. If you surround him with talent, DeAndre Swift, TJ Hawkinson, I just mentioned the receiving core with Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown coming into his second year. Cephas is a pretty good third, fourth receiver, reliable option. I think their O-line's good. They drafted Penei Sewell, which was a huge addition from last year. They got a franchise tackle. Frank Ragnow's an all-pro center. I definitely think that this Detroit Lions team is very underrated. The defense, they added Aiden Hutchinson. But really, besides him, I don't really see any more stars on the defense. Jeff Okudah is looking like a bust. I'm not going to lie. We're going to have to see what he does this next year. But in my opinion, this is Jeff Okudah's final year to prove that he's a good corner. I mean, my man was a top 3 draft pick, and he's completely fallen off the face of the planet. but hopefully he does good. But yeah, I think 6-11 might be a little bit harsh, but I definitely think it is strides from last year, considering they had a top 3 pick last year. So 6-11, they do have a tough schedule, but I think 6 wins is a very big improvement for Lions fans. I think Lions fans will take 6 wins for their team, but I really don't see them doing anything to get into the playoffs or anything. Maybe next year, though. All right, in second place in the division, I actually have the Minnesota Vikings at a record of 11-6. Now, the Vikings, I really think the problem in Minnesota was Mike Zimmer. They got rid of him. They got rid of the problem. Justin Jefferson's he's a top 3 receiver in the NFL right now, easily a top 3 receiver in the NFL. I love him. Dalvin Cook is a beast. Adam Thielen's a beast. Like, that team is so talented. Eric Kendricks, Harrison Smith. I really don't like what they did in the draft. Drafting, who was it? Lewis Cine. They traded down to get a worse safety. I don't know what they were doing. They should have just taken Kyle Hamilton. But still, I think the Minnesota Vikings are a really good team. Kirk Cousins, as much as people hate on Kirk Cousins, I think Kirk Cousins is extremely underrated as a quarterback. I think he puts up great numbers. I think he gets the job done when he needs to. He's not a primetime QB, but I do think the Vikings will make the playoffs this year at 11-6, which I think will be the second time in the Kirk Cousins era that they make the playoffs. I think this is Kirk's 5th season. So 2 out of his 5 seasons, he's going to make the playoffs. So he's missed the playoffs 3 out of his 5 seasons, which is pretty bad. But I do think they will make the playoffs. I think they're definitely a push to make a deep run in the playoffs, maybe. But I do think the Vikings are good. This might be their year. A lot of people are actually picking them to win the division. I don't think so. But, we'll see. We'll see. And in number 1 in the division, I'm going with the old school, with the Green Bay Packers at a record of 13-4. I think they repeat as the divisional champions, just like they did last year. Same exact record. Davante Adams was a big loss, but, they had a really good draft, in my opinion. They got Devontae White, who is a beast defensive tackle. They got Christian Watson, who they had the choice between Christian Watson or that dude on the Steelers. I forgot his name, George Pickens. And they took the guy with the less off-the-field issues, and I think that's a perfect pick for them. Christian Watson's a beast, in my opinion. So they got Devontae White, Christian Watson, and they got Quay Walker, the linebacker. Their defense is amazing, and it's emerging as a top 5 defense with Rashawn Gary and Jair Alexander. It's a monster defense. Kenny Clark is a beast. Zadarius Smith is a big loss, though. I wanted my Cowboys to sign him, but Zadarius Smith is a huge loss going to the rival Minnesota Vikings. I forgot to mention him in the Viking segment, but Zadarius Smith is a big loss. But Rashawn Gary is definitely better than Zadarius Smith right now. I love Rashawn Gary. He's a monster superstar. Jair is a monster superstar corner. Darnell Savage is a beast. Aaron Rodgers, of course, 2 straight MVPs. Definitely is a beast. Can't get it in the playoffs, but he is a monster. Best quarterback easily in this division. And I think he's going to win the division for the 4th straight year. He's a beast. He owns this division, owns the Vikings, Bears, and maybe not the Vikings. He owns the Lions and the Bears. Yeah, he's a beast, dude. And there's nothing to say. But anyway, guys, if y'all like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, and just share this video. Try to make it get a bunch of clicks and a bunch of people watch it. And I will see y'all in the next video, which will probably be the NFC South. It will be the NFC South. Or maybe I'll squeeze in another video here and there.